everybody, and welcome to the CrossFit Games Update Show. I'm Pat Sherwood, joined at the desk by Tommy Marquez. Last night we saw 16.3 go head-to-head with two champions. Now, we've seen two champions throw down before, but never a teen versus a master. This was a first.
And the atmosphere was awesome. CrossFit Jax was pumping, and it helped fuel some performances that really showcased the full gamut of athletes, old to young, that CrossFit and CrossFit Games has helped create over the years.
And Palladino and Ramirez put on a heck of a show, but at the end of it, there can only be one winner. Palladino tried his best to make sure that was him. He was off to a frantic pace initially, holding about 30 seconds a round, but it wasn't sustainable. Caught up with him in round 4. He finished the snatches first, but then had to rest before he hopped up on the bar to do his muscle-ups. Ramirez caught up to him on the bar muscle-ups, and at the beginning of round 5, Sean Ramirez was the first to the snatch, took a slight lead, and just never let it go. Once it was all over, Rory McKernan caught up with the winner, Sean Ramirez, who said the young kid almost baited him into a bad pace.
I saw him run to the bar after the first set of 10, and I'm like, what is this kid doing? And then I started running behind him, and after that I'm like, oh my God, he's 17, what am I doing? So I figured it out quick, but he almost got me. I almost fell for it.
A great performance by both athletes, but in the end, experience won out.
And it's almost like we could have picked how it was going to result just from the ages alone, where the young whippersnapper comes out guns blazing, comes out a little bit too hot, but the older, more experienced athlete in Sean Ramirez picks a pace that's sustainable and then jumps on the opportunity to take the lead and hold on to it for the win. But props to Palladino. He may have burnt out a little bit by the end, but he came out and he attacked that workout and he wasn't afraid of the moment. He got a little lesson from Ramirez in the end, but still both showed why they're champions in their divisions, and it was a great matchup.
Those elite athletes set the bar very high, but we're going to look like probably some other folks, and I think those folks are Adrian Bozman and Rory McKernan. Roe v. Boz in week number 3 went down. Rory needed a win, but it didn't go that way, and your winner was Adrian Bozman. Sean Woodland caught up with him after the event.
Guys, the dust has settled here at CrossFit Jax. An epic battle between Rory McKernan and Adrian Bozman, the closest Roe versus Boz matchup we have ever seen. It came down to one bar muscle-up. Adrian Bozman gets the win. He's now 3-0. Early on, Rory had a great pace, hung back, but then he took the lead briefly. Adrian fought back. It was tied on the final set of snatches, and then you got one final bar muscle-up. What is going through your head when you saw Rory McKernan breathing down your neck?
Big man, I'm supposed to be able to do muscle ups like that.
I was robbed. We have controversy here. Controversy. Rory McKernan claiming he was robbed. He claims he was robbed. I apologize for the interruption. What do you have to say about that?
I think maybe if he robbed himself of like that extra 20 pounds, he'd be able to get up there a little faster.
You're now up 3-0. You're going to win the series. How do you approach these final 2 matchups?
I got to take it to him. I mean, it's not just winning; it's bragging rights at this point, and I got to send a message for next year. So, yeah. Wait, what did Froning say? Leave no doubt. I'm just like Rich, really.
You are leaving no doubt at this point, up 3-0. Controversy, though, as Rory McKernan says he was robbed, but right now it's Adrian Bozman up 3-0 in Roe versus Boz 2016.
After 3 weeks of the Open, it is 100% Adrian Bozman domination on every workout, but Rory made it close on 16.3. Rory only had the loss by one little repetition. And with 2 weeks left, I mean, is Roe just beat down both physically and mentally? What's his play?
You know, Bozman may have clinched, but I think Roe has a little bit of glimmer of hope, at least for pride, to prevent the sweep. You know, this workout on paper really favors Bozman. He's great with gymnastics. It's not too heavy. It's a short workout, so he doesn't have to worry about gas tank. But really, I'm really impressed with how Roe kind of made a push towards the end. He's behind Adrian coming into his final set of snatches. He pushed the pace there, did him unbroken. Just missed out by 1 rep. And you know what? Now
he put in his time.
He doesn't have to worry about winning multiple workouts. He just needs to get one.
I know, this was the big week. This is a pivotal week for a lot of athletes. The third week is one of my favorites because we really start to see some patterns developing. You could have standouts in one workout here or there, but now we're going to see who maybe might we be talking about for the rest of the year. Who do you like on 16.3?
Well, for the men, one guy jumps out right away, and that's Dan Bailey. If you think back to 14.1, we had 15 snatches at 75 pounds coupled with some double unders. It was a very grippy workout. It definitely felt a little bit more throttle heavy, and Dan won that workout worldwide. He's also fantastic at bar muscle-ups, so this is a workout that's right up his wheelhouse. Then a guy like Brent Fikowski, Pat.
Oh, yeah.
He's in that group of athletes that have that Instagram open humiliation bet going on each week. He lost last week. He had to do a rendition of Justin Bieber live to the world.
That's fantastic.
And I really think he can back it up this week, and I think he's on the path to maybe notching a win in that division.
I'm going to keep my eye on somebody. You tricked me at the games. Bjorgman Carl Gudmundsson just always was there. I didn't give you enough credit, so I'm watching you. And, didn't think he was strong, supposedly. Finishes 16.2. At the end of 2 weeks of competition, he's sitting 6th place worldwide, which is incredibly impressive. So I will be watching him for the men. On the women, somebody who's been kind of on the bubble the last couple years, that's Natalie Newhart. Hasn't made it back to the games since 2013. She supposedly was just gymnastic, has a big engine, always struggled again with the heavy barbells. She finished 16.2, was 9th worldwide, so I think she's going to excel as well. Who do you like for the females?
Well, Natalie is impressive, no doubt. She looks like a different athlete, but for me, it's Jamie Green. She showed up at the top of the open leaderboard after 2 weeks, and really this is kind of like a do or die kind of turning point week for some athletes. It's a slightly different beast than we've seen in the first couple weeks. Shorter time domain, a little bit higher skill with the bar muscle-ups. And if there's one thing I know about the athletes that are consistently pushing for the podium is that they have that ability to redline, really hold down the throttle and just go into that dark place that allows them to separate and put themselves in those elite positions. So if Jamie wants to hang around with the best, she needs to show up in this week.
Red line circa Dan Bailey 2012, kind of, so just gas pedal and nothing else.
Yep.
Hey everybody, at least it's not 20 minutes, right? It's 7 minutes. You're going to attack 16.3. If you're going to go prescribed, go to the CrossFit YouTube channel, check out Nicole Carroll's tips. They will help you very much. If you're thinking the scaled option is more for you, we have the Coach's Corner, and that will set you straight. No matter what, throw your hat in the ring, get yourself on the leaderboard. For Tommy Marquez, I'm Pat Sherwood. We will see you soon.